Hello, people! I've actually got some good news for a change! Brexit won! I'm happy. So, the EU has lost one of its member states. The UK has voted to leave, and it was the best decision they've made in the last 20 years. It was a really tight vote, really close margin. It was 52% voted leave, 48% voted remain. One thing that I am completely and utterly ashamed of is the fact that Scotland is cucked. That's right, 62% voted remain. Sorry, yes, 62% voted remain. 38% voted leave. So apparently only 38% of Scotland is actually educated nowadays. But, yeah, that's fucking disgraceful. Why? Why do you want to be part of the EU? It's a sinking ship. It's going to kill itself with its stupid ideas. Northern Ireland's doing the same thing. They voted pretty much entirely remain. And I can kind of understand their point of view of it a little bit better, because ever since Britain joined the EU, that was really the closest that the Northern Ireland has been to being part of Ireland again in a very long time. So, I can kind of see why they'd want to leave, but leave the UK anyways, because that's going to be the new thing. It's already been mentioned that there are going to be 2 new referendums brought up in Britain. One for Scottish independence, and one for Irish unity, again. The difference this time is the fact that, well, I think Ireland's reasons are still pretty much the same. They want to be part of Ireland. And since Ireland is part of the EU, they feel that England leaving the EU gives them kind of a grounds to finally be able to get out of the UK and reestablish themselves as part of Ireland again and be in the EU. Like idiots. But enough about potato eaters. Let's get about Scottish independence. It's always something that I've been a proponent of. I've always been the type that would vote aye if I was a British citizen. But I wouldn't vote aye for this referendum. It's ridiculous. The whole idea of Scottish independence was about Scotland once again being its own sovereign nation, ruling itself, governing itself and its people. But now, the new referendum is, they don't want to leave England to be their own sovereign nation. No, they want to leave the UK so that they can run back to the EU and be babied by the globalist agenda. It's fucking sad that this is what the Celtic people have come to nowadays. It's disgraceful. But, you know, there's just something to be said about how mad that our main camp is now. Oh, that's salty. But yeah. So, Britain. Good move, voting leave. Now, it's the matter of the 2 years over which you'll be negotiating the terms of you leaving the EU. And there is of course the possibility for you to reverse the decision and stay in the EU if the terms for the exit aren't satisfactory or whatever. But don't fucking do it. Do not fucking do it. You've got your sovereignty back. You've taken that step. You've got your national identity. Hold on to it as tight as you fucking can. Because the moment you let it go again, you will not get it back. They will not let you get it back. And in word to all the other nation states, they can't even be called nation states anymore, member states of the EU, sorry, you've lost your national identity. Sorry, you've lost your sovereignty. As long as you remain in the EU, you are no longer nations. You are no longer your own countries. You're states. You're states within the United States of Europe. They're already working on developing their own military, which is a redundancy if you consider NATO. But yeah, it's because they want something different. They want to have their own nation state. They want to turn Europe into one big country, basically like America and its states, only with the EU, the highest levels of government won't be elected like they are here in America. You'll have President Juncker and the European Council telling you every aspect of your daily life. They'll have complete control over you, and any elected officials that you may have for what used to be your country, yeah, they can make suggestions to the council. Yeah, they can bring up options, but the council can just go ahead and shoot those down as they see fit. Congratulations, you no longer have any say in anything having to do in your country. That's what happens when you're in the EU, and that's what's going to happen if you don't leave. To all member states of the EU, you need to get the fuck out quick. Now again to Britain. Oh, Britain. Britain. Good old buddy, old pal. Tough times are ahead for you. It's guaranteed. I know the pound dropped ridiculously significantly just overnight ever since the vote passed. It's going to be rough. It's going to be hard. But I know, Britain, that you as a country are able to do this. You can pull yourselves back out of this pit. You can make yourselves the great country, the great nation state that you once were. You can do it. I know you can. We did it. Well, we weren't really, America wasn't really returning, but I guess you kind of understand our point of view with the revolution now, don't you? Yeah. It's not quite good being governed by people that you didn't elect in a faraway place. Well, granted, Europe's not that far away for you, but still, it's the same concept. So, yeah, you've got hard times ahead, but you can pull out of it. I know you can. You're a strong country. You're a dedicated country. You're a proud country. And part of the reason America is such a great country, in essence, it's really slipping nowadays. Hopefully we can get it back on track. But in essence, America is such a great country because we were founded by English settlers. Our core values were generally very similar to English values, and that's what we built the country off of, and you still have those values too. You can do it, Britain. You can pull yourselves out of it. You've gotten yourselves the first step. You've voted leave. Now, just getting through Article 50, actually getting the fuck out of that globalist shit fuck, that conglomeration of retardation, and establishing yourself as a great country again. You can do it. I know you can. So I'm repeating myself way too much. I'm going to cut the video short now. If you liked it, give a like, subscribe to the channel. You can also follow me on Twitter at @TartanSandpaper, and have a good night. I'm going to be celebrating the leave, fuckers.